and where she's going to talk about the Achieve Greatness Feast, feminist and anti-caste activism in Buddha Gaya land. Before we start the session, I would like you to mute if you are not speaking. Please put your first and last name when you're joining the Zoom meeting to avoid any delays in identifying and admitting you. Please do not make any discussion, personal or politics, and be on a related topic. Note, if in case the Zoom meeting get hacked, then we will close the session and participant can rejoin back on the same link. So this whole month, Anna dedicated to the women because it was an International Women's month from Anna. And today's inspiration, we are going to dedicate this to Sulochana Dongre. She was a leading Dalit feminist and labor right activist. She played a key role in mobilizing Dalit women against both caste and gender oppression, recognizing the double discrimination they faced. As the editor of the Mahila Mandal, she provided a platform for a Dalit women's voice and wrote about the issue like wages, inequality, sexual violence, and the need for land rights. She actively participated in movements led by Ambedkar, including the struggle for temple entry and the demand for separate electorate for the Dalits. Her activism laid a foundation and the contemporary Dalit feminism. She also worked closely with Ramabai, and today's session we are dedicating to her. Before we begin, I would like to welcome Bhante, Agasri. Thank you for accepting our invitation, and we really appreciate your help today. So I would like to introduce Bhante Agasri. He is currently located in Dallas, Texas, running a Cambodian temple in Texas, running an orphanage in Bangladesh, and he's ordained for past 24 years. And also there is one more Bhante is going to join us, Bhante Jnana Rakhita, who is currently located in Dallas, Texas, running a Brahma Vihara monastery in Garland, Texas. He became monk at the age of 7 and studied under the great teacher Acharya Buddha Rakhita, founder of Mahabodhi Society, Bangalore. He served in Mahabodhi as a Dhamma teacher. He founded a school and monastery in a remote village called Sukhanachari in Tirupura state as a Mahabodhi branch. He is ordained at age of 16. He is a monk from past 9 years. Currently, he serves as a Dhamma teacher, conducting meditation class on every Sunday through Zoom. So I welcome both the Bhante, and I request Kranti Tai for a Kamayachna and Panchashil Trisharan. Go ahead, Kranti Tai.
Yeah, thank you, Kalpana. Namo Buddhaya and Trivar Vandan to you, Bhante. And we really appreciated you joining our online Vihara today. So, Bhante, on the behalf of all the participants, I'm going to recite Kamayachna and Shilyachna. So, thank you, Bhante. I will begin with Tisaran Naman. Araham Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Buddhang Bhagavantang Abhivademi Swakhato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammang Namami Supatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Sanghang Namami. Kamayachna. Okasa Vandami Bhante Dwaratayena Maya Katang Sab Aparadang Kamatume Bhante Dutiyampi Okasa Vandami Bhante Dwaratayena Maya Katang Sab Aparadang Kamatume Bhante Tatiyampi Okasa Vandami Bhante द्वारतयेन मया कृतं सब अपराधं क्षमतु मे भन्ते। तीसरन पंचशील याचना। ओकास अहं भन्ते तीसरनेन सह पंचशीलं धम्मं याचामि अनुगहं कत्वा शीलं देथ मे भन्ते। द्वितीयंपि ओकास अहं भन्ते तीसरनेन सह पंचशीलं धम्मं याचामि अनुगहं कत्वा शीलं देथ मे भन्ते। तृतीयंपि ओकास अहं भन्ते तीसरनेन सह पंचशीलं धम्मं याचामि अनुगहं कत्वा शीलं देथ मे भन्ते।
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Yamahang vandamitam badetha.
आं भन्ते।
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
नमो तस्स भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा सम्बुद्धस्स। नमो तस्स भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा सम्बुद्धस्स। नमो तस्स भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा सम्बुद्धस्स।
Buddhang saranang gacchami.
बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि
Dhammang saranang gacchami.
धम्मं शरणं गच्छामि
Sanghang saranang gacchami.
संघं शरणं गच्छामि
Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami.
द्वितीयंपि बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि
Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami.
द्वितीयंपि धम्मं शरणं गच्छामि
Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
द्वितीयंपि संघं शरणं गच्छामि
Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami.
तृतीयंपि बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि
Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami.
तृतीयंपि धम्मं शरणं गच्छामि
Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
तृतीयंपि संघं शरणं गच्छामि
Tisaranang gahanang paripunang.
आं भन्ते
Panatipata weramaning sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
पानातिपाता वैरमणि सिक्खापदं समादियामि
Adinadhana weramaning sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
अदिन्नदाना वैरमणि सिक्खापदं समादियामि
Kamesu miccachara weramaning sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
कामेषु मिच्छाचार वैरमणि सिक्खापदं समादियामि
Muksawada weramaning sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Musavada Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami.
Sura Meraya Majja Pamadatana Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami.
Sura Meraya Majja Pamadatana Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu imam ti saranena saha panchasilan dhammang sadhukang suraki katwa apamadenang silang sampadetha.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Buddhang namami, Dhammang namami, Sanghang namami. Sadhu, 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 Bhante.
Sadhu.
Sadhu Bhante, thank you for Panchashila and Trisharan. Bhante, could you tell us about yourself, please?
My name is Agasri. I'm from Bangladesh, and I have been as a monk since my childhood as a novice, as a monk. I ordained as a novice 2001 and as a bhikkhu 2009. And I studied in International Theravada University in Myanmar. And I did my master degree from Sri Lanka, from Kelaniya University. So I have been here in USA since 2015. And yeah, I am supporting about 250 students, both boys and girls in Bangladesh. My purpose is to propagate the Buddhism, to spread the Buddha teaching, especially the sector of loving kindness and compassion. So this morning, one of my friends, Yanara Peter, he called me to join the your meeting. So yeah, that is my introductions. You all go ahead. I can listen to your discussions, and of course I can share some Dhamma knowledge also after your discussions. So Upasika, you can go ahead.
Yeah, Bhante, Gnanrakita is not yet joined. Would you like to guide us, about Dhamma and more until he joins us? I request you.
Okay. So as for the Buddha teachings in the Dhammapada, the Buddha say, Sabba papasa akaranang kusulasasa upasampada satchitta paridhyana pana etanu Buddha sasana. I hope you all understand about that meaning, which means Sabba papasa akarana, not doing any kinds of evil actions, not doing any kinds of bad actions, bad karma, bad things to anyone, even to yourself, even to the little insect. Any kinds of beings do not do the bad things to them. Do what is good for you and for others, and always keep the purity of the mind. That is a Buddha teaching. Not only for the Gautama Buddha teaching. That is all Buddha teaching. So to maintain the good deeds, good karma, we had to have we had to maintain the five spiritual power, which is called in Buddha teaching Panchavala, 5 spiritual faculties. The first one is spiritual power of faith, our faith, our believing system. As you know that what we are believing, to whom we are having the faith. We are having the faith to the Buddha, right? To the Buddha, and to the Dhamma, and to the Sangha, which is for the Buddhist people. We are having the faith on the triple gems. But those who are non-Buddhist, of course, they have their own faith, their own concept, whatever their believing is. Hinduism believing their gods like Vishnu, Ganesh, and Durga Mata, and so on. And Christianity also believe in Jesus Christ, and so on. And Islam also believe in their Prophet Muhammad and Allah, and so on. It doesn't matter if they're doing the good deeds, good karma, that is good. The Buddha never forced to anyone and any beings to follow him. Any beings mean not only human beings, the devil, the angel, the deities from the heaven. During the times of Buddha, when he preached the Dhamma, the other beings also could understand his teaching. Human beings, those who have the wisdom, spiritual power, they could understand. And some animal beings also, and some deities from the heaven. So that's what the Buddha say in the qualities of the Dhamma, Ihipasiko Dhamma. Come and see and test my teaching. If you like my teaching, then accept it. If you don't like my teaching, then you are free to go away. So Ihipasiko Dhamma, so Buddha teaching. So a spiritual power of faith. So there is 2 kinds of faith. Amalika Saddha and Akarawati Saddha. Amalika, Mul means the root. Amalika. Sometimes even some Buddhist people, they believe the Buddha without root, without the regions. We had seen a lot of people in Bangladesh and some country also. They worshiping the Buddha. They offering the flowers, water, or food to the Buddha in order to become the rich, in order to having the having a lot wealth property. But that is wrong. According to me, that is wrong. So we offer the flowers to the Buddha. Flower, Vanna Ganda, Gunopetang, Etang Kusuma Santati. Pujiyame Monidasa Siripada Sarurahe, Pujimi Buddha Kusumena Enat, Tena Metena Mukham Pupamilayati, Atha Idame Kayo, Tata Yati Bina Sababang, which means we the human beings just like the flowers. Just like the flowers. When they bloom, look beautiful. After blooming, they're charming, spreading the scent, the good smell we're getting. Everyone like it. After that, after one day or 2 days later, is getting old and falling down. In the same way, our body also, the human life also. When we're baby, everyone like it. Baby, everyone adore it. Grow up, teenagers, getting getting young, getting adult, after they're getting sick, and getting old and passing away. So we had to understand why we are offering flower to the Buddha. So we had to understand that why the Buddha say. The Buddha say, finding the wise and finding the knowledge from the nature. That's what we offering to the Buddha. Of course, if we offer with the good intention, we may get happiness by doing that, by offering that. So Amolika, we should not follow the Buddha without understanding, without proper understanding. The other one is Akarawati Sabda, which means why we are offering, why we are following the Buddha. We had to understand the religion and the experience. We had to know that. So, which is the first one, the spiritual power of the faith, the Saddha Bala, the five spiritual power. So we talk that we cannot do any kinds of good deeds. And in order to prevent the bad deeds, bad karma, bad feelings, bad intention, we should have that five spiritual power also. The second one is the spiritual power of effort, Virya Bala. So, which is also important in order to maintain our spiritual life and our family life also. The happy family life also, we had to maintain the Virya Bala also, the effort. So I hope you all understand, right? My English, because I don't have confidence about my English either. So the third one is the spiritual power of mindfulness, the Sati Bala. We should have mindfulness in every state, at every state in our life. While you're driving, you had to have mindfulness. When you are eating, you had to have mindfulness. While you're talking, you had to have mindfulness. In every state in our life, we had to have mindfulness. And when we had mindfulness, we can bring happiness in our life at every state. So mindfulness, according to the Satipatthana Sutta, according to the Satipatthana Sutta, there is 4 types of mindfulness, which is called the 4 foundation of mindfulness, which is Kayanupassana Satipatthana, contemplation of the body, in the body. What is happening within our body? We have to understand it. While you practice meditation for a long time, and 1 month or 1 year's course, if you go to meditation center, then you can see what is happening and inside our body, within our body, and you can see our part of the body. You can see when you close your eyes, then you can feel, you can see the body, the part of the body. The how to say, and the 32 part of body, you can see where is lung, where is the kidney, where is the liver, and you can see all. You can see all by closing your eyes while you practice meditation. So the second one is the contemplation of feelings, in the feelings. While you practice meditation, So the feelings, what types of feelings arise in your mind? Closing your eyes in the meditation center, you are remembering your kids, your home, your friend, or anyone else. You feel homesick, you feel missing them. Then your mind is losing, and unpleasant feeling arise in your mind that time. When you unpleasant feeling arise in your mind, then you feel very sad. Sadness arise in your mind. Dukkha vedana, the sufferings arise in your mind. So, which is called dukkha vedana, sukha vedana. Sukha, while you practice meditation, or you're living here in USA, you're in the how to say lokik lokutra, mundane and supramundane, where if we think that in the family life, when you get in what you wanted, then you feel happy. Pleasant feeling arises in your mind. While you practice meditation, you while you're sitting, your body is getting pain. You want to move, you want to stand up, but you have to follow the rules, which is dukkha vedana arises in your mind. Unpleasant feeling arises in your mind. And while you practice meditation, closing your eyes, you feel happy. And after meditation, you feel happy. The pleasant feeling arises in your mind. So what types of feelings arising in your mind? You have to focus on that way. The spiritual power of mindfulness. So you have to have mindfulness, sati bala. So which is very important to avoid the unwholesome state, to cultivate the wholesome state in our life. So sati, the mindfulness of spiritual life and family life is very important. The samadhi also, the next one, samadhi, the concentration. So I'm talking very briefly because after a while, after finish June meeting with you, maybe I had to go somewhere also. So the samadhi, the concentration. What types of concentrations you must have? So concentration about your doubt. A concentration about not to arise in any kinds of hate, ill will, and the kamachanda, the sensual desire, and the anger. You had to control such state. When you're able to control such state, not to arise in, when you're able to control those unwholesome state, then you are in the state of samadhi. Your mind getting the peace more and more. So the last one is the panya, the spiritual power or wisdom. Panya bala, which is called the panya. So panya means there is three types of panya, which is in Bangladesh and India, which is called pragya, pragya. We are getting our knowledge or wisdom by hearing, by studying, and by practice meditation. So as you all know about the pragya panya, the student, they learn their wisdom or knowledge. They are getting knowledge from the school, even from their parents, how they behave and how they live and how they stay in. The children is first learning from the home, from the family, from the neighbor, from their friends, and from the school. And after that, if they have right panya, right pragya, right understanding, then they become the good human beings. And also we are learning from our teacher, like a Buddhist monk, and who we were preaching the Dhamma, spiritual teaching, spiritual guiding. We are learning from them also. And the next one, by practicing meditation, we're learning from that also. While you practice meditation, when you're able to have meditation power, then you may understand that anicca, dukkha, anatta. Anicca. All things are subject to change. Anicca, impermanence, dukkha, sufferings, all things beyond suffering. Sitting, we cannot sit for a long time, suffering. Standing, we cannot stand for a long time, suffering. We feel hungry, suffering, thirsty, suffering, and getting sick, suffering, getting old, suffering. Whatever we wanted, we don't get it, suffering. Separation of beloved one, suffering. Associating with the whoever we don't like them, suffering. And the fight aggregate also suffering. So the other one is not self, anicca, dukkha, anatta. So which is very deep. I think Jnanarakita will explain about that. So that is why the Buddha said not to do any kinds of bad deeds to others and to anyone. Do what is good and cultivate the purity of mind. That is the Buddha teaching. So maintain the 5 faculties, the panchabala, the five power of spiritual teaching. Then you will be happy. And the monk must be happy, and the family life, the people living in family, they will be also happy. So that is my brief Dhamma talk. So you can go ahead now, Upasika.
Yes. Thank you, Bhante. We will have an question answer session. So let's Bhante Jnanrakita begin, and then Buddha Bhante, we will ask you questions after that. Is that okay?
Okay.
Yeah. I would like to invite Bhante Jnanrakita. Bhante Jnanrakita, go ahead. He's going to talk about how to balance mind.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Paying homage to the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, and also my respect to Agasri Bhante and all the dear Upasaka and Upasika who are joining online. So loving kindness and metta to all of you.
Thank you, Bhante. Bhante, would you like to show like a video because
Yeah, that
yeah.
would be nice. I cannot see anyone.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes, yes, Bhante.
So I'm sorry. So this was a little bit late, but that's okay. Our Bhante, Agasri Bhante, has taken the session, so I feel very glad to him. And then I was thinking about how to balance the mind, because this is the most important point in our daily life, in our everyday life. Why is there a problem? Why is there suffering? Why is there always agitation, anger, worry? Because of unbalanced mind, the Buddha says. So the most important thing is how to balance the mind. I will not go too deep, but let us try to understand how to balance the mind. Where to balance the mind, and when to balance the mind, and what actually means to balance the mind. One way we can say balancing the mind is wisdom. Whenever you have the wisdom, then only you can balance the mind. Other way you can say equanimity. Equanimity also one way to balance the mind. And now the questions come: what is actually equanimity and wisdom by which we have to balance the mind? As you know, that the unwholesome root of all the action, all the unwholesome action, the roots is just three. Number one is greed, number two is hatred, and number three is delusions and ignorance, perplexity, confusion is the three roots of all the unwholesome actions. And Buddha said this is the root. And whenever the greed arises, the moment you have a greed in the mind, the moment you have attachment in the mind, the moment you have craving in the mind, the moment you have the sensuality in the mind, remember one thing: the mind is not in the balance. You are going to the extreme. The teaching of the Buddha is to walk on the middle path. Middle path means to walk to balance the mind without reacting to that particular thoughts, particular craving, particular greed, particular hatred. So this is the extreme. When you go too much to the greed, this is extreme. Then anger. Anger can be many ways. Fear also one type of anger. Animosity, grudge, envy, jealousy, ill will. All this comes under the hatred, dosa. Then other one, the most, the Buddha says, most, one of the worst, which we don't pay attention, that is delusions, perplexity, ignorance. Ignorance in what? It is not about the education, it is not about the degree, it is not about the certificate you earn from the school. It is not. Ignorance in the sense you don't know about the what actually is suffering, what actually is greed, what actually is hatred, what actually is ignorance, and you don't know about that. That's the ignorance. That's where we have to learn what is greed, what is hatred, what is delusion, how it comes. So when we think, when we understand, try to understand about this, how it comes and how to balance it. So to balance it, the simple way, even in the meditation also, the simplest way, the Buddha says, to balance those things, greed, hatred, delusion, is just to maintain two things in our life. One is mindfulness, other one is equanimity. Mindfulness and equanimity has to be kept as the biggest weapon to fight to those evil things, the evil which keeps on arising in our mind all 24 hours. Greed is arising, hatred is arising, ignorance is all the time with us because we don't know why this is greed, why this is hatred. That's what it happens. So whenever there is a greed arising, just be mindful. Just be mindful. Mindful in the sense, be mindful, oh, there is a greed in the mind, and don't react to it. And just say mentally with equanimous mind, oh, now greed is coming in my mind. Just let it be. It is impermanent. It is impermanent. It is impermanent. That's it. It's very simple. Very simple, yet very difficult to practice, yet very difficult to understand. Why? Because we are always occupied. We are always trapped in ignorance that we are unable to see those negative thoughts arising in our mind. So to know about all these negative thoughts, one way is to be mindful. Another way is to stay with the equanimous thought. And to have this equanimous thought and mindfulness, one must at least practice meditation little by little, small by small, little by little. At least give some time, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Because whenever you practice the meditation, the mindfulness become very sharp. Then equanimous become very balanced. Equanimous become very strong. We may be very equanimous all day, but that equanimous is unmindful equanimous. You may think I was working all day and night. I don't have any hatred. I don't have delusion. I don't have any greed towards anything. I was just working. You may be equanimous, but during that time you are equanimous, yet you are unmindful. Your mindfulness was not there at that time. Equanimous should go always with the mindfulness. Then only we can maintain our balanced mind. That's why in the Dhammapada, the Buddha says, Mano Pubbangama Dhamma. Mano Setta Mano Maya. It's very famous gatha. It's a very famous verse. Whenever you speak or act with the impure thoughts, the problem follow us. The worry follow us like the wheel of a bullock cart that follow the cart. So also the tension, worry, problem follow us when we have the impure thoughts in our mind. Same thing whenever you speak or act with a pure mind. Same thing follow us. What is that? Opposite one? The happiness follow us. The peace follow us. The harmony follow us. The mindfulness follow us. The equanimity follow us. Like a shadow which does not, separate from you. It stay always with you 24 hours. So also the peace, harmony, happiness will follow you when you have the pure mind. When you act, do everything with the pure mind. With the pure mind means balanced mind, with the mindfulness. So that's why to maintain the balance of the mind is to have the mindfulness and equanimity with the wisdom, without reacting to anything, whether good or bad. Because life has always ups and downs. Most of the time, we are just reacting with the happiness or reacting with the anger or unpleasant nature or angry nature or greedy nature. Something good thing happened to you, you become so elated, so happy, you don't have any control in yourself also. So you become so elated, so much happy, you don't know it is also impermanent. Sometimes an unpleasant thing happen in our life, then you become so depressed, so painful, crying, sobbing, day and night, thinking why this problem is only to me, why this trouble is only to me. You are suffering so much. There also a kind of you are acting in a so much extreme way, not the balanced mind. You should be very mindful, oh, this problem comes to me for a reason. This will also goes away. This is also impermanent. So only thing is that we have to develop the wisdom with the mindfulness, and equanimity is very important in our life. So to develop this wisdom, mindfulness, equanimity, one must practice Shila, Samadhi, Panya, Dana, Shila, Bhavana. Is very important in our daily life to balance this mind. Mind is not balanced always. Keep this in the mind. It is always unbalanced. If you can balance your mind, that means you are in peaceful state, you are in happy, and then teaching of the Buddha is all about the balance in the mind. Majjhima Patipada. So Majjhima Patipada, the Buddha says in the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, when he started the teaching for the first time, he started this one. We should avoid two extreme. What is that extreme? Not Kamesu Kamasukhalika Yugo, Attakila Matano Yogo. This is the two extreme we should avoid. Not too much elated, not too much depressed, but understand the reality. This is also, and the happiness comes to me because of this reason. I should be equanimous. Some kind of problem comes to me. This is just for a reason came to me. I should be equanimous. I should not react to out of anger, animosity, out of greedy, out of craving. Just be mindful. So this is how we should balance our mind. Especially balancing the mind comes only when you practice meditation. I always tell you, this is very important for all of us. And you keep on listening, taking the advices from the Bhante, and whenever you have chance, keep on listening to the Dhamma talk. It is very, sometimes it seems to be very easy, but yet it's difficult to practice also. Sometimes it seems very difficult to practice, yet it is easy also to practice. So with this small Dhamma talk, I conclude here, and very thankful to Agasri Bhante and Kalpana Upasika and Anna members who invited us for this Dhamma program in very short, but that's very okay. I think you all are welcome to ask the question, and Agasri Bhante is there, and then myself also there. So if it is in our capacity, we will try to give the answer. If it is not, I will just say, I don't know.
Thank you, Bhante, both Bhante. Thank you, Nyanrakta Bhante, as well as Bhante Agasri, for the short notice to join us and pull this show. Thank you so much. Okay, I open the forum for who is having a question. Please raise your hand. And I request, please ask question rather than telling the story. Thank you. I don't see anyone's hand.
I think everybody is satisfied.
Yes.
That's very good.
Okay, I don't see anyone's hand. Yeah. Thank you, Bhante, for joining us today, and we can move to the next session.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
So do we need to stay online, or we can leave?
You can leave, Bhante, or you can join us for the next